Hello, everyone. This is Bentley from Kent, Washington, and I just wanted to go through a few updates. We're starting here with the 29-gallon rehome project, and as you can see, the only real change here is some plants. We had the Mirio in the background there that I ripped out. I just decided it was not what I wanted in the end, how it mixed with all the other plants. So I went and picked up a bunch of Limnophilia aromatica, which is what you see in the middle back there. And then some other small changes, like there was a Nubius that was in here I pulled out. And this way you can actually see the extra fish that I added here quite a bit better, all schooling around. And you can also see the algae on the sides that I let the guppies graze off of, which eventually, whenever the guppies start throwing some fry, will be good for the fry. But I kind of like this change, and as we go further, we'll show you some updates of how that colors up, because that plant looks really cool when it starts coloring in fully. And then we'll go over to the rainbow fry. As you can see, some of the Moscow guppies are in there. Well, they're all in there now. And let me explain why. One of the few tanks that I got in a rehoming project that I was using originally for these guppies was one of the very few that I did not, out of paranoia, reseal upon acquiring it. Well, it busted a seal. So, I had about 6 gallons of water spill into my fish room, which is carpeted. So that was real fun. I've had a dehumidifier running like crazy, but thankfully, no major damage. But as you can see in these shots here, they're starting to color up. And there you can see some of the crypts that I put in for that big crypt package on the last update. And we'll kind of pan over and you'll get to see a little bit better angle. But you can see the mixture of the rainbows and the blue Moscow guppies. The guppies are really coloring up, especially this male right here over the Java fern. He'll come out and you'll see like those kind of brilliant patches of blue. And I know it's not so great because my cell phone, but there's lots of those dark blue tails coming in on the females and the males. They're starting to look really great. It's been really fun to watch them color up. And then the rainbows, you can see that big Bosemani right kind of middle top there. Orange is starting to really come in their fins, so they're finally starting to color up. And you got to think these guys are probably about 2.5 months old now with these fry. So as they color up more and more, they'll get closer to an age where they're saleable or giveawayable. I like growing them out until they're more colored. That way, just people really know what they're getting, and they'll hold the stripe a little bit longer. But as their full color starts to come in, that black stripe down the middle of the body is going to go away. And then similarly with the Moscows, the Blue Hawaiians, they're going to just color up more and more, and they're going to look lights out. But it's going to take a while. Moscows take a long time to get their full color, but I'm really really looking forward to it. And then my Java Fern Wendelov, which is right there, actually just has thrown a ton of child plants recently. So I had a cool project coming up where you get to see those going into action. And then this is a shot of the replacement 10 that we set up after the other one blew a seal. So we fixed it and resealed it. And now my roommate decided to put together this little like short scape here on some light substrate, just a kind of a sand mix with crushed coral. Uh, and I basically just let him go hog wild with it to do his own project. And he's thinking about taking some of our cherry shrimp from one of my upstairs tanks and picking the best of the best that we have and doing that tank with just cherries. And then now, this is my quarantine tank. And you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff in here from two different rehome projects. So, number one, probably the first thing you see is some awesome German blue rams. And then we're going to zoom in here. These two rainbows, along with the other two that are in the tank, are all rehome that came together. So it's the four rainbows. There's that Bosemani. Look at the orange on how young this fish is, and you can see compared to the blue ram, he's still pretty young, but he's got great color. Little turquoise there. The other two are what I believe, just looking at their coloring and what the person described to me, are the Chilantharii alleni Wapogas. So if you look those up, there was a big Amazonas article on them from Gary Lang. They're just incredible. You can see like the little faint blue stripe on the top side of their body, and then you can't really see it very well with my phone, but there's a yellow stripe on the underside. And as they get older and color up, they're really really cool. And then also there's just some zebra danios and some scissortail rasboras that came with the German blue rams, and you can see one little autocyclist hiding in the corner there that came from a tank that somebody had to tear down because they had a disabled parent moving in and didn't need room for special things and couldn't keep their tank anymore. So those will be going through quarantine and eventually going into tanks. Finally, just kind of update on the Kribs and the Sunset Guppies, as you can see going right in front of you, got moved to the Krib tank for a little while. And you can see there's the Alterna Reneki right there. that's just really getting all its red in, looking much better than last time. Kind of pan over. You notice most of the guppies are kind of to this side. Um, and if you look in the back, you'll see the male and female Kribs both kind of poking their heads out here and there, being a little shy and really close to each other. And there's a good reason for that, and you're going to see that in just a sec. But the guppies just keep photobombing these things. Every time I come near the tank, they just beg for food. But I don't know if you look really close, you might see um, they've been hiding in their little coconut hut that's on the left there for a while. And this is the first day this morning. They came out with something really sweet. Look at them. Look at them. Look at all the babies. You can hear from my voice. I'm absolutely jacked. So I finally got my first spawn with this pair. And I'm just really, really excited. There's got to be like 30 of them in there. And I just wanted to share that as the last little bit. Look at all the babies. It's so great. Anyway, thanks for watching.